Welcome to Rising Core, powered by Burman's Health Shop. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Rising Core. This is Marty Burman. I'm the owner of Burman's Health Shop, and I'm proud to be here, along with Ted Matthews, the professor. How you doing, Ted?
I'm doing fantastic.
And Erica, how are you tonight? She's our producer here.
Great.
Okay, awesome. And tonight we got a very special guest. I met Geoff in Baltimore in September, and we discussed some additional things that we could bring to the marketplace in our Endocure line, along with all of the CBD products that we carry. And we came up with some really innovative products that are going to make a tremendous difference in everybody's health. So we're going to be talking a little bit today about the immune system, among other things, and about the two new products that we have actually developed under the strict supervision of Geoff Melcher of East Park Research. So on today's Rising Core podcast, we are introducing our Endocure Cold Flu remedy and another formula that is made from premium olive leaf extract for immune system and also for people that may have failing health. We are also very excited to have Geoff Melcher on our show tonight from the great state of Nevada. Geoff Melcher is the Vice President of East Park Research in Nevada and has a bachelor's degree in kinesiology from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Geoff also has a master's degree in biomechanics from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. He has previously held director and management positions for several companies, focusing on sales and marketing, development, and in addition, serves on the board of directors for East Park Research Incorporated. Geoff also is a developer formulator of natural remedies using the health promoting properties of d-Lenolate, which we're going to really talk about most of the time, I believe, here, and other natural ingredients, and is the pioneer of our two new products, as I mentioned. Geoff, welcome to Rising Core.
Hey guys, so happy to be here tonight. I'm very excited to spend some time.
Really appreciate it, and I know that we're going to get a great education tonight on the two innovative products that you help us formulate and develop here under the Endocure brand. We sell a tremendous amount of CBD products, just like most health food stores are today, because the craze is really upon us. So when I met Geoff at one of our natural product expos in Baltimore, Maryland, we talked a little bit about how we can help people in addition to the CBD products, which are great for anxiety and inflammation, but we're always looking for new discoveries. And, one of the biggest issues in today's society among inflammation is also immune system. So we really wanted to, develop and formulate something that could really work with research behind it, and that's really what Geoff was able to provide for us. And now we have the new products on our shelves. So, Geoff, thank you for being on again. It was a great discussion that we had down in Baltimore. How was the show, and how was everything down there?
The show was phenomenal. It's always a good time. It was really exciting to get to meet you, Endocure, and really what you guys are doing and how amazing your CBD and just some of the amazing results that you've even heard from your customers, and that whole conversation and some of those next steps that it's been almost 2 or 3 months. We've been working really hard, but excited to really have that next step that we can going into the cold and flu season.
Yeah, absolutely. And it really all comes down to education now, because we've got a product that truly has a lot of research, and you've done a lot of research on it. So, without further ado, what there's some questions I have for you about the immune system because I think it's well misunderstood. What does stress? First off, what does stress? How does it weaken the immune system?
Great question. And I tend to put your immune system into really two categories. We've got a micro category, and micro tends to be small. That's your white blood cells. That's the cellular side of your immune system. And most people have heard of white blood cells. We know that goes and can kill virus, fungus, and pathogens. But then we also have this macro, this larger side. And on the macro, there are many things that can have an effect on the micro. So the macro drives that micro side. And stress, diet, exercise, you start going down all of the things that we do in a daily activity. And all of those things have that effect on your immune system. And so when we have this increased stress level, the domino effect goes and puts this burden on our immune system on that cellular level. We go and the weather changes, and that change adds a burden onto our immune system. We walk out and there's flu and there's colds, and you jump on an airplane, you shake somebody's hand. All of these things come and bombard our immune system. Now, if your immune system's strong enough, you know what it does? It takes all of that on, it knocks it aside, and you keep going strong. The issue that we have is when all of these things that come in contact, and this stress and these burdens, when our immune system isn't strong enough, that's when we start to see that domino effect. That's when we start to go downhill, and fundamentally, when your immune system isn't strong enough, what happens? You get sick. So that's really fundamentally, when we're looking at stress, when we're looking at all of those different external stimuluses that affect that macro immune system, what that's doing is fundamentally burdening your immune system on that cellular level, your white blood cells.
Well, that's great. That's great. That's a great explanation.
Yeah, and with as many people coming in for CBD these days, I would probably say one of, if not the most sought after benefit would be to control stress and anxiety. So having that effect on the immune system is definitely something to pay attention to.
Yeah, and Geoff, you know as well as I do, like the CBD is kind of basically everybody's getting consumed by it, and so are health food stores, just like me. Like recently on Fox News, we did a special, and quite honestly, after I looked at the statistics, like 75% of our sales are CBD related now. Yeah. And I think people have to understand that CBD, although it's an extremely good product, we have to get the word out that there are other great supplements to help people.
It's not the only thing you need always. It's a great addition. But there's, like you said, there's all these other great beneficial herbs and nutrients and nutraceuticals that work hand in hand with CBD. So the synergy between the endocannabinoid system and your immune system and your inflammatory response system, all that, goes hand in hand, and people need to have manageable expectations when they're taking any of these products. But sometimes it's better to pair two together or even three, depending on your end goal, than just simply to rely on just one.
Yeah, and that's one of the big reasons we brought in Geoff to come up with these formulas so that we could meet more needs of the consumers, especially now, right? January, February, just brutal. December's not so bad here, but we're up for some brutal weather. And everybody's interested in staying well and not missing work and things of that nature. But Geoff, the products that we developed and we came up with your help, how does Endocure olive leaf extract with d-Lenolate help? And if you could talk a little bit about d-Lenolate and what olive leaf extract contains d-Lenolate, so you can explain a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so in our research, and we're going to look at lots of different olive leaves, and it's important for everybody to understand the active component we're looking for in any olive leaf is going to be all-europin. All-europin is that active component that we know has antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial effects in the body. Now, in the research and looking at it, most olive leaf extracts, if not all, will work in your body for 2 to 20 minutes. Now, olive leaf extract outside of your body, it is really difficult, if not near impossible, to distinguish the differences. And all olive leaf extracts outside of the body, they have those same viral, fungal, and bacterial properties. What makes d-Lenolate, and this is the active component inside the all-europin that we spent our time, energy, effort on extracting and then adding that into the Endocure. And we're not actually adding, we're basically focusing in on that d-Lenolate for the Endocure olive leaf extract. Now, what this is actually doing is it's making those therapeutic components of the all-europin, that antiviral, that antifungal, that antibacterial, we're making that last in your body 7 to 8 times what a normal olive leaf extract will do. For example, if you take a regular olive leaf extract, the all-europin, those therapeutic components, will last anywhere from 2 to 20 minutes. With the Endocure olive leaf extract, we have a clinical study showing that it is going to last in your body for 7 to 8 hours. Now, as a researcher, I always go, great, it lasts in your body longer, but what is that really doing? And when we were looking and talking back about your immune system, the macro and the micro level, that micro level is your white blood cells. We did research and wanted to know when we put in the Endocure olive leaf extract, what it was doing in your body. And we were drawing blood out of humans. Yes, a clinical double-blind study on humans where we drew out the blood and we were looking inside those white blood cells. Wow. And inside those white blood cells, something called ROI, reactive oxygen intermediate. That is what kills a virus. That's what kills the fungus. That's what kills that bacteria, that ROI. And think of your white blood cells as Pac-Man. You have this Pac-Man that cruises along and eats up those viruses, eats up that bacteria, any bad pathogen that your body comes into contact. Inside that white blood cell is that ROI factor. That's what's killing it. And what the Endocure olive leaf extract is doing is it's going in and making your white blood cells stronger. If you've ever gone to the doctors, they'll go ahead and go, let me go ahead and get a WBC count. You know what they're doing? They're trying to find out if your body's fighting off an infection, because an elevated white blood cell count means your body's fighting an infection. We only have so many white blood cells to go and fight off a horrible flu, fight off that cold, fight off that bacteria. And we, with Endocure, we're able to come and put this olive leaf together that's literally going to make every single one of those white blood cells stronger to keep you the healthiest you can be.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, we have something that's so powerful and a product that people can get behind and understand. I mean, we are pumped up here.
So essentially, the d-Lenolate, does it kind of act like a time release on the all-europin?
That's a really good question. What the d-Lenolate is actually doing is whenever we ingest something, eat food, our body immediately starts to break it down. And what we were able to do with this d-Lenolate, the olive leaf extract, is we were able to hide from those proteins so that the breakdown process doesn't start happening right away, where we get that longevity. So we're not actually extending or making it longer. What we're doing is we're hiding so those therapeutic components can last even longer.
Inhibiting some of the enzymes that break it down.
Yes.
Yeah, it's tremendous, and there's tons of research on this. We're going to be able to provide that on our homepage, on our blog. We actually even have a QR code here at the store. You can take a picture of it and basically goes right to our research page. So we have a lot of this discussion and information, plus our podcast. So there's lots of ways to follow us and understand more about this product. Geoff, this is fascinating, and we just can't wait to get this in the hands of our customers so that they can see great results.
Yeah, perfect timing too.
Yeah.
The last couple of days I've had a bunch of people coming in, and then as I was telling you earlier, on the news tonight in our local area, there's a whooping cough outbreak. So everyone's immune systems are becoming compromised, and we're seeing more and more folks come in looking to boost up the immune system and fight off these colds and flus. So great timing on this product.
Yeah, we appreciate all the work that you put into this, Geoff, so that we can really make a difference in our community. Okay, so basically what we have is we have two powerful products. We have the cold and flu product, which I want you to explain, and then we also have the olive leaf with d-Lenolate. So if somebody comes in that's very sick, or has recurring sinus issues, or basically they just have a weakened immune system and catch everything, what is the protocol that they can expect when they come in?
It's a good question, and it's the right question. It's what everybody really wants to know. And so if you are someone that is getting sick regularly, you're going to probably need to be on anywhere from 2 to 3 capsules a day. That's really, and that's on the person that gets sick probably 6 or 7 times in a year. And we're going to want to separate that out every 8 hours for that 3 doses, or 1 in the morning and 1 at night. And I want to make sure to communicate this. It's important to not beat yourself up if you miss one or you're not perfect. When you're dealing with homeopathics, when you're dealing with natural ingredients, when you're taking those first steps or the 15th step, it's about being a little bit better today than you were yesterday. It's about getting that anxiety. It's about getting the inflammation. It's about getting your immune system a little bit better today than you were yesterday. So when I'm saying, 3 pills or 2 pills, it's about taking that initial first step. So if you're not sick all the time, you maybe once, twice a year, you're going to be looking at 1 capsule. If you're sick, let's call it in between 3 and 6, you may be 1 in the morning and 1 at night. And if your immune system really is down, you're probably going to need to be on that 1 pill 3 times a day. Now, you kind of had a loaded question in there for me. There are chronic things like candida and other items that basically we've had around for a long time, and our body just can't seem to get enough power to start reversing some of those chronic issues. And for that, we're going to need to really increase that dose to 2 capsules 3 times a day. And it's not a perfect science as far as when, you start on the 2 capsules 3 times a day, within a month I'm going to be completely cured or 100% better, or 2 months or 3 months. But what I can tell you is it is going to start working immediately. And at the end of 30 days, you will be able to see a difference. And whatever you're doing now that's kind of working, I'm not saying to stop that. Endocure's olive leaf extract, as that d-Lenolate ingredient, is a synergistic product. It works with other items. If you think of Endocure's olive leaf extract solely as going in and getting your immune system as strong as it can be so we can start healing the body naturally, it can start healing itself. don't forget about those other items that are helping with the other systems in the body. This is a whole body synergistic approach.
And these are results, Geoff, that people are going to be able to really notice, because in the supplement business, it's a little difficult because it's not like drugs. Drugs work right away. They do have side effects, but a lot of times we have to give people a little bit of time to adjust. Now, we're talking about the d-Lenolate with the olive leaf extract, but the cold and flu is a little bit different, correct? So somebody comes in for a cold and flu, we're going to give them a higher dose. Is that correct, of a formula?
You are spot on. And like all of us, if I'm not feeling good, well, I don't have to wait 5 days to start feeling better by taking this natural supplement. And that was one of the things Marty goes, man, we've got to have something else for people. We've got to have a natural approach to go and fight this cold or fight this flu. It's literally deadly. And what we were able to do is keep the same amount of olive leaf extract, d-Lenolate, but we put together a homeopathic blend of neem and echinacea all together so that we have the olive leaf extract, d-Lenolate, going in and getting your immune system stronger. And then that homeopathics that we have are literally there to help with all of those symptoms. And what's so amazing about this product, literally amazing about this product, and I will guarantee this for Marty, you don't feel well and you start taking the 2 tablets with water. Give it a few hours, you'll start to feel better. Then 6 hours later, after the first 2, you take the next 2. You start to feel a little bit better. And then by the end of the day, you're going to go, oh my gosh, this cold and flu by Endocure has knocked it out of the park.
Now, Geoff, I want you to say that one more time so the people actually hear that. You're telling me that somebody comes in and they don't feel well, they feel like a cold is starting to happen or they're starting to get into cold symptoms. You're telling us that in 3 days they will notice a remarkable difference.
No, I'm not telling you in 3 days, in a 6 hours. Okay. A few hours, you will start to notice the change. By the end of the day, you're going to be freaking out. And here's the biggest problem. Don't stop taking the cold and flu by Endocure. It is designed to give you these amazing results, but then strengthen that immune system back up so it doesn't relapse. It is designed to make you feel amazing by day 1, day 2 at the latest, and then by day 3 you go, oh, well, I don't need it, I'm going to save it. No, it's designed to continue to strengthen your immune system so we don't relapse. And just like a lot of things, but, I'm going to say it anyways, the faster you catch it, the faster your results. And what I love is if you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh man, I'm a little off, you'd be shocked at how easy it is to put 2, follow it all the way through, and get your immune system back up and going. So this Endocure Cold and Flu is not one of those products where you leave it in the store and wait. No. You need to add it the next time you're in because it needs to be sitting in your medicine cabinet. Hear me. Sitting in your medicine cabinet ready to go because it's going to happen.
Yeah, that's what we need. That's the biggest challenge is people need that instant gratification. And a lot of times they don't want to wait for things to kick in, even if they're clinically validated or proven. So this kind of meets all the needs and requirements. It gives the fast effect, and it essentially it's really going to boost the immune system and get you feeling better right away. I mean, the less downtime, the better, right? We want that instant gratification. We want to feel better fast. We want to strengthen the immune system, and this kind of hits all the marks.
Well, what's even exciting with that is, you just said validation and evidence, and you want all of those things. Well, what makes d-Lenolate, olive leaf extract, Endocure, this product so exciting? There is actually a clinical double-blind study done on the effectiveness of the olive leaf extract as d-Lenolate to kill influenza virus. Yes, a clinical double-blind study, peer-reviewed, published, done on the effectiveness of olive leaf extract as d-Lenolate to kill the influenza virus.
So if you get a flu shot, are you a complete schmuck?
Well, I'm not gonna answer that all the way through, but
we like to have. By the way, Geoff, this was my icebreaker because we like to have a little bit of fun here.
Very nice. So,
yeah.
Here's before we go into the complete schmuck rundown. Here's what I'd love to make sure I tell people. How does a vaccination work? How does the flu vaccination work? Fundamentally, they're taking down that virus. They're using plasmid technology. They're splicing it apart. They're putting it back together, and they're trying to design this virus that has little to no symptoms on humans, has all of the bad, deadly properties of another virus, and can grow really well so that they can mass produce it. They're splicing all of these things together, and first off, we hope that they get it right regularly. But on top of that, when they inject that into your body, when they take that virus and inject it in, all they're doing is giving you a flu virus. It's your immune system that has to go in and fight it and build those antibodies. If you've ever gotten sick out there from a flu shot, why was that? Your immune system wasn't strong enough to build the antibodies, so you got sick. Why do they recommend that the young, the old, the sickly get flu shots? Because their immune system is compromised to a point where they can't actually fight back. So when you're wondering, are you a complete schmuck? Well, or the pharmaceuticals are geniuses because they're utilizing your own immune system to create this quote-unquote protection. Or you can go ahead and take a step and get your immune system to a level that it can fight back on its own naturally.
I mean, if we can take care of Ted, if we can take care of people's anxiety and their pain and inflammation, and now keep their immune system strong, where they're going to be able to have a much more productive life. I mean, we're doing some tremendous work here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of this stuff goes hand in hand. The more anxiety you have, the more stress you have, the more compromised the immune system becomes, the more sick you are, the more, downtime you're going to have. Makes you depressed, makes you feel down. The more down you are, it's a vicious cycle. And, and like Geoff said, it's a whole system synergy that we're looking to kind of hit here. So when you're knocking out these big issues that people are dealing with, inflammation and anxiety and depression and immune system disorders, it gives us a big leg up on, getting people back to a healthy state, mentally, physically. And this is a great way to really kind of combat some of these issues that people are dealing with on a day-to-day basis.
We've always been cutting edge here, and the first one's really in our community to bring in CBD and CBD-like products and nootropics and certain proteins and delivery systems. Now we have another product that is going to make a huge difference.
Yeah, you got to do your research. That's kind of like where we differentiate ourselves, is finding what's effective, what works. I'm a big guinea pig myself. I try a lot of this stuff. I know you guys started taking these products recently and are feeling a lot better, just in your everyday life. So we're here for anyone who needs it.
Hey, I'm going to shout out to all of our customers. Stop in and get this cold and flu product from us that is innovative, is going to change the quality of your life, and that will be working in hours, not days, but hours, to help you with cold and flu. And as a daily dose for your immune system, you're going to be taking the D-Lenolate olive leaf extract that is a patent, correct, Geoff? It's a patented olive leaf extract.
It actually is a patented olive leaf extract, and there's been a great partnership with Endocure to fundamentally, we have the same beliefs of wanting to help you. You, the listener, fundamentally are the driving force of taking our collective knowledge and being able to put it together to then be able to make you a healthier you. And please hear the heart behind of what we're all saying. And it's about doing a little bit better each day.
Yeah, and that's really
steady wins the race.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
It's
that's
not,
success.
It's not always about the fast fix, you know.
Yeah, and that's really what it's all about. And listen, we all have issues. We all have problems. There's not a person in the world that I haven't met that had some type of either health issue or mental issue or whatever, whatever is hurting them. Because life can be difficult, but through a process of staying positive and a process of talking to others and therapy and different modalities to deal with our issues and problems, and coming to see Marty Burman and Ted over at Burman's or talking to Geoff, this is how we all stay in a good state. And that's what we're all about. We're all about just trying to help each other.
Is there any contraindications with taking this with any other medicines or any other supplements?
Great question. Here's kind of the approach. If you are taking a medication and that medication is designed to suppress your immune system, you do not want to take olive leaf extract as d-Lenolate. You don't. And let me give you a couple examples. If you had bronchitis, what happens is it's in your lungs and your immune system is overreacting, believe it or not, and it's causing this mucus. And so what they give you is a steroid to then suppress that immune system to get your immune system actually back and working the way it's supposed to. They use chemicals for this. The other scenario is if you were going through chemoradiation therapy, that is designed to kill, everything. And your immune system being one of those. Now, I will give you an anecdotal communication that I had with one of the doctors I work with, and this patient decided not to listen to our recommendation and to not take the olive leaf as d-Lenolate while going through the radiation therapy. And at the end of the 2-week trial, they did the blood work and the test and the results, and believe it or not, it looked like she hadn't gone through those 2 weeks of pain because the immune system was actually functioning better after being on the olive leaf as d-Lenolate than before. So what I'm saying is if you are taking something that's designed to suppress your immune system, this is not going to be that product. But if you're on something naturally and you're taking some natural approaches to things, if you know of a natural product out there that it literally will suppress your immune system, I would love to hear about it. But as far as I'm concerned, I have never heard of anything like it. So that's just me.
Yep. I have not either. Have you, Ted?
I mean, I think I've seen some research that I think CBD has some for like autoimmune disorders. Would that be considered with somebody with an autoimmune disorder? Would they take this product, or they would stray away from it because their immune system's essentially attacking itself, correct?
You are 100% correct. And this takes us into the next step. And if things in life were just so simple, it would be, this boosts your immune system, don't take it. But when we really start breaking down the Endocure olive leaf as d-Lenolate, what we actually find is it's an immune modulator. And what does that mean? An immune modulator means if your immune system isn't strong enough, what do we see? We see your immune system increase and strengthen. Now, this is 80% of the people out there. Our immune systems are low, and we want to increase that. But there is this other group of where their immune system is overactive. It's not working the way it's supposed to. It's hyperactive, if you will. And that's where the olive leaf, as that modulator, it starts this calming effect. And I do know that there is some research out there on CBD where we get this same calming effect in lots of different areas. And I will tell you, CBD has many, many, many more years of research to really understand all of the therapeutics. But olive leaf's been around so long, we've got a little bit of a leg up where we can make these claims and we can communicate this information, because we do know the fundamental basic properties of an olive leaf is that a modulator, immune modulator.
So it's essentially it's adaptogenic to your immune system. So if it's underactive or overactive, it's going to help kind of balance it out.
But how do we know? How do we know whether you're underactive or overactive?
I think people with autoimmune disorders, I mean, a lot of times they're feeling really bad. Most of them would have a diagnosis of that, I would think.
Weakened system or overactive?
Overactive.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't, I'm not fully versed in, immune system or autoimmune disorders, but I know it's essentially where, your body is attacking itself or trying to, everything's kind of thrown off balance, essentially. So,
Geoff, do you have something that we can like reference to as far as what we should stay away with d-Lenolate?
The easiest way, again, is going to be if there's something out there that is designed to suppress your immune system and you're on that medication or for that supplement, if you will, you're going to really need to go to your primary care and ask the question. And all you really have to say is, I would like to take an olive leaf extract that will make my immune system stronger. And if they say no, well, hopefully you know why. But 99% of the times they're going to say yes. Go ahead. The therapeutic properties, and olive leaf is considered grass, generally recognized as safe. And so this is from the medical community side. So your primary care is going to be more apt to saying yes, where the CBD may not have all of the research and may not be in that appropriate category as of yet, but give it some time and it will be.
Okay, that leads me to my next question. Let's say somebody comes into the store and they have an incredible immune system. They don't get sick. Is olive leaf extract or Endocure d-Lenolate something that somebody can use that's strong?
It's another really good question. I love it. Every single day you go out into the world, and every single day you are putting a stressor on your immune system. If our immune system was so strong, even the healthiest person, we would never get sick. And our life expectancy would just start to get higher and higher and higher, because every single inflammation, the immune response is a part of so many different functions. And even that healthy person, if you ask them, at some point they can remember getting sick or feeling a little bit under the weather. They may be going strong now, but give it 20, 30 years where you've had life and you've had all of these different factors that just, these pathogens that come in and burden your immune system. I'll give you a great example. Shingles. Shingles, if you've ever had chickenpox, that shingles virus is still in you. Well, why aren't there so many people running around with shingle sores all over them? It's because their immune system's strong enough to keep it at bay. That's why older adults see these results from the shingles. happens is their immune system gets compromised, and then it rears its ugly head. Well, your immune system is working all the time. Why not give it what it needs? Now, that healthy person may only need one. They may not want to change because as humans, frankly, we hate change. And we're inherently lazy.
You ain't kidding.
Right? So
yeah, I got 4 kids. They take it to another level.
Exactly. So so we're really trying to, take those baby steps, work a little bit forward, and maybe the cold and flu is something for you. That healthy person, I'm not ready to go and work. Give it 10 years. Give it 20 years. At some point you'll go, man, I wish I had. And it's one capsule. It's one capsule. But if you're even not willing to do that, make sure, everyone, hear me. Get down and make sure you get an Endocure Cold and Flu so it's sitting in your medicine cabinet. The healthy person, the sick person, whoever you may be, make sure it's there, because let me tell you, Flu B, which is normally comes out in February and March, it's actually testing 80% of the time now, which is more deadly, and you give it a few weeks and you're going to start seeing it on the news. It's a real issue this year.
You know what, Geoff? I'm not getting it. Do you know why? Because I just started taking Endocure olive leaf extract. We're going to kick the goddamn shit out of bacteria, viruses, deathly sickness, fungal infections. We're going to do it, Ted. We're going to beat viruses.
Let's do it.
Let's get everybody in the state of Pennsylvania on here. We did it with CBD. We can do it with this product. We have the knowledge, the passion, the intellect, the backup of Geoff. We can do this. We can make a difference. Is everybody listening out there? We can make a difference. Stop into our store. It's not an expensive product. What's expensive is you getting sick.
Yep.
You hurting your family because you didn't take care of yourself.
Or because you get sick and you get them sick. So if you're not going to do it for yourself, at least do it for them.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure. You know, Geoff, in Philly, we just tell it the way it is.
Why not? I mean, you're trying to help people, and sometimes it takes a slap upside your head to get your ass moving so that you can fundamentally be a healthy, happier you.
Yeah.
Well, I got sinus. I have chronic sinus infections. They've wanted me to do surgery, so we just started on the Endocure. I did, and then Nicole, one of the ladies that works with us, she has sinus infections, so we both started on it. Of course, we don't expect miracles, but we're hoping that, at the very least, we're healthy, and during these winter months, and we know that we have the research behind it that we're going to make a huge difference. And I just, we're running out of time, Geoff. I have one other question, and Ted may have another.
How long have you guys had this product, Geoff?
1995.
This you guys have been selling this since 1995?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Wow.
There is. Oh, I know what I was going to ask, Geoff. I know this could be a lengthy story if you wanted to, but I'm going to ask America, okay, because I think it's important. Geoff, you've done an amazing amount of research on olive leaf extract, but I want you to tell our listeners how this actually came about. You've been formulating and researching olive leaf extract for, close to 25 years now. Is that correct? And we just want to know the story behind how your family really came about this product.
Yeah, and I appreciate the opportunity to be able to share this because, the why is actually really important. A lot of people do a lot of different things for a lot of different reasons, but understanding the why and the heart and, for us, for my family, my grandfather, he had 2 sons, 2 daughters. His youngest son contracted AIDS in the 80s, and AIDS in the 80s was a death sentence. But you you didn't pass away from the AIDS virus, what would happen is it would suppress your immune system to a point to where you would get something like pneumonia and your body couldn't fight back. And you would die from pneumonia, which was fundamentally caused by a compromised immune system from AIDS. And my grandfather sold everything he had. He purchased the research from Upjohn and continued doing research for about 7 years until he cracked that code of d-Lenolate. And if we go and we look and see that d-Lenolate is what is going in and boosting the immune system to a level where you could fight back. Now, he wasn't able to find the olive leaf as d-Lenolate in time. But he vowed that he was going to get this olive leaf as d-Lenolate to as many people as possible and to as many people that would listen. One of the reasons why we love education, one of the many reasons why we've done a lot of research, we want to be able to know and say what we're physically doing. And if you've ever gotten a fun cease and desist letter, if you've ever had someone try to beat you down, that's really the story of the olive leaf extract as d-Lenolate. It's kind of like the CBD story. It's been around since ancient Egypt. CBD's been around forever. It's only now starting to gain a little bit of a notoriety. The results are just slowly moving forward. And so we've been doing it since 1995. We've been educating people since 1995. We've been changing people's lives. We've been saving lives by getting your immune system to a level where it can literally take on anything. And what I find so funny is immunotherapy. They're saying, oh, yeah, we can kill cancer with immunotherapy. We've got it. Your immune system's been doing it since the beginning of time. And now we have something that can go and get your immune system to a level that can save somebody's life, even though we weren't able to save my uncle's.
Amazing. And kids, seniors, okay to take it?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Kids are hard to get research and studies on, but let's say you have an animal, or I like to tell people a good dosage for whatever size is going to be 10 milligrams per pound. So that's kind of the skinny on that one.
As I do more and more research on this and read up on it, and hopefully on the next one I'll have a few other questions to ask and pry into, but I'm pretty intrigued with this and how it came about. And yeah, no other questions, man. I'm just excited that we have it now and we can keep getting the word out just like his grandfather wanted to. Now we're he's educated us, and now we're going to educate the customers, and the word will get spread one way or the other, and I'm just glad we're a part of it.
Yeah, and it's an amazing thing when we make a connection with somebody like Geoff that has so much passion, and I'm so glad I had it down right that he was a guy that we could depend on. So I really thank you, because we've really connected in so many ways. You come on, you do a great podcast for us with research. Philadelphia, you're coming to town, and you're going to be coming here to the store, which we can't wait. We've got wonderful products, 2 innovative products now in the Endocure brand that's going to make a difference, and that was because of you two, and we really appreciate you coming on, Geoff, and this was great. The content on Rising Core is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please check with your medical professional. Please check with your medicine man to make sure that we aren't fucking you up bad.